time to roll off. This is the elimination race. So away they go. They will get themselves up to pace, and then you will hear the gun. After the gun has gone, you will hear the bell to announce a final lap before we get ourselves the first of our sprints. Whichever rider crosses the line last, so there's the gun, it'll be the bell next time by, and then this competition will begin. If you finish across the line last on the sprint, which comes every other lap, you are out. So it's an eliminator, and it is very, very cruel. It is no respecter of big names. Kirsten Wild was first out last time. Sprint lap starting now. Whoever is last across the line next time by walks. And it's not looking great, I'm afraid, for Hannah Serra of Belarus, who's finding herself at the back. That's Maria Martins of Portugal, who won't want to be caught there. Oh, and Maria Martins! No, she's misjudged that if it's her. I think it is her. Portugal, yeah. Bang and out. That's huge, Joe. Yeah, that's a big name out very early. She'll be gutted about that, Maria Martins. Not to be tonight. Of course, she'll be back up in action tomorrow night, but unfortunately, first runner eliminated this evening. That's a shock. She will not have wanted that, and that was a big one, and it was Serra that got open over the top of her by the rail. Another big name about to go. Let's see, is it Calvo that's going to go this time by? No, further down the track. Oh, my life. Katie Archibald was close at hand, but it is number 46 here, Bachikova, who's gone, of Slovakia. Goodness me, Joe, they're pouring like ninepins here. Yeah, she's just still within the bunch at the moment, but she'll pull out now once she gets opportunity. Katie Archibald at the back there, looking for opportunity to sprint into a gap, I think. Yes, she's got space. Worst place to be is down at the bottom. Watch rider number 44, Tanya Calvo. She's got troubles because watch everybody else disappear as she will be last across the line. And there it is. There was nowhere for her to go. And Calvo does go. You called it. But yeah, like you say, that rider at the bottom, you can often see it about half a lap out, but you know they've got nowhere to go. You know everyone else is going to be able to sprint around, assuming they've got the legs. And of course, earlier on in the bike race, people have normally got fresh enough legs to enable them to do that. But at the bottom, you've got nowhere to go. You're not allowed onto the blue band at the bottom. That's the Côte d'Azur. That's not a racing part of the track. So if you do, you can get disqualified for that. So unfortunately, Tanya Calvo eliminated that time. Yeah, on the bubble at the moment, Saber of Russia is at the bottom. Oh, you know, Archibald just escaped there, and the crowd were pleased and oohing and ahhing, but there's a big moment here for Kendall Ryan. Yeah, you could hear that gasp in the crowd there. Everyone thought Katie was just playing with fire a little bit there, but it is Kendall Ryan of the USA who has been eliminated. 4 gone then, and Katie Archibald playing with fire at the back. She seems to be happy to do so. Let's wait and see, she's still back there. Meanwhile, down at the bottom of the track is a nasty place to be. If anyone drops down there, they're going to be in trouble. Katie Archibald getting herself out of bother. And it's Spain who've gone, I think. There we are. It is Laura Arte of Spain that goes. 5th rider out. So, who's next? Kirsten Wild, keeping it sensible. If we're not mentioning their names, by the way, they're doing rather well, Joe. Yeah, so riders that are keeping themselves up towards the front or nicely within the pack, we're not mentioning them because they're not in that danger zone. Of course, we have mentioned Katie Archibald a few times. She's given the crowd a little bit of reason to gasp, but so far keeping herself nice and safe this time round. Russia at the bottom of the track, playing with fire. Oh, Italy. Oh, France, beg your pardon. Get it wrong. Actually, a livery for you. It is Anita von Stenberg, and that is a big, big name. And there's an ooh and an ah from the crowd who realised that, Joe. Yeah, well, she was second in the elimination race last weekend, so this is one of her better events. So big news for her to go out early, unfortunately. Not happy. Katie Archibald is alive to the threat. I guess if you're within the pack, at least you're getting some aero to hide out of the wind. Kirsten Wild doesn't seem to be too bothered about taking any wind, and I wouldn't be surprised if Kirsten Wild and Katie Archibald are at the end of this one, duking it out. Let us wait and see. Next to go, number 43. It is Serra. I thought she'd have gone earlier. She was playing with fire at the bottom of the track, but has done well to survive this long. Yeah, she has. So she was one of the ones, I think, in that very first elimination we were looking at, but she has survived until now eliminated. Currently Annette Edmondson at the back, just looking to come around Katie Archibald, but currently in danger zone at the moment.
Should be okay. Number 47 is the rider in trouble. And look at that wall of riders she's got to deal with. Is there a way back for her? Oh, gosh, it was close, but no. She does go out, and that's Katotseva, who has now exited, the 8th rider to go.
You can see the heart rate there, 184. That's an incredibly high heart rate. Working very hard to try and stay in this fight, Chris.
Sprint lap has been run. Katie Archibald still hanging at the back.
Annette Edmondson following her wheel close this whole time. You're just seeing the shot there from Katie's bike. Annette Edmondson is glued to Katie Archibald's back wheel.
Starting to worry. There we go. Meanwhile,
both sneaking through.
Yes, gets trimmed down rather nicely. It's Michelle Andres of Switzerland. Well, Katie came to the last event in Lithuania and said that she didn't expect to double up. Well, she's clearly got work to do here. Looking, she did not win earlier on in the scratch race. What about this eliminator? At the moment, Edmondson sticking with her, but are they going to both get away with this one? The crowd restive. They get away with it, and it is Emily Kay that goes this time by for Ireland.
Yeah, so again, little gasp from the crowd. Keeping everyone excited. Katie Archibald and Annette Edmondson at the back there, but unfortunately Emily Kay of Ireland eliminated that time.
Well, the game of the devil, this used to be called the devil take the hindmost. Italy are looking like they may well be in a bit of lockout trouble here. Let's see, it is the sprint lap. Oh, we may well have, this is Maggie Coles-Lister as well, finding herself in a little bit of bother. She gets out of it, but here we go. Oh, Maggie. Has she gone? I think she has, and that's a disaster for her.
Yeah. That is Katie Archibald's closest rival in the overall standings.
Wow.
Eliminated quite early there. 8th place for her in the elimination
That's
race.
wounding for our friends in Canada, Joe.
It is. Great news for Katie Archibald, not great news for how that competition will be potting up overall. So Maggie Coles-Lister with work to do tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Lithuania and Balasaita at the bottom, just tucked in above, but not with much room, is Karasevich of Poland. Katie decides to stop playing with fire here, and she's now just starting to impose herself. And it is Karasevich who goes. 12th rider to go. It's getting to be a much smaller pot, but Maggie Coles-Lister, that's a big relief to Katie Archibald at the moment. Probably removes a bit of pressure, I would have thought.
Yeah, I think Katie will still want to win this race, though. I think that's nicely sort of dealt with the overall standings. But like we said, she's got a lot of friends and family here. We've seen the Team Archibald flags in the stands. She is going to want to win a bike race tonight.
Kajiharu had trouble with the wheel. Oh, and Katie, watch down at the bottom, though. Oh, just gets away with it. Italy's gone. Goodness
wow.
me. Sandardi goes, but the crowd as nervous as I am, Joe.
Yeah, me as well. Katie Archibald giving us a lot to gasp about there. But what a crowd pleaser as well. Keeps sneaking through down to the top 5 now. Kirsten Wild on the front in that orange kit. She had that fantastic scratch race win leading out for such a long time. And she's doing the same here tonight. We've barely spoken about her because she's just been sat on the front.
Balasaita's trapped here. Still space for everybody else. Balasaita's not got much rush room, so in the yellow she goes. Well, there's lots of points up for grabs now, Joe, and it's come up to a 4-header.
Yeah, so we're left with 4 big names here. Katie Archibald in the aquamarine leader skin suit, and Annette Edmondson of Australia. Kirsten Wild on the front, and Yuma Kajiharu, who had that issue before the start with her back wheel, is still in this final 4.
Kajiharu at the back, playing catch-up. Edmondson's ridden brilliantly for Australia. Katie Archibald coming up and over the top, just making sure she stays as safe as she can. Kirsten Wild has taken so much wind here, and it is finally Kajiharu, who had that technical issue earlier on, that goes. 3 remain of the 18 that started. Katie Archibald at the back. Kirsten Wild imposing herself still. Kirsten Wild's been amazing tonight, Joe.
She's just riding her own race. Look at her. She's riding everybody off her will. She's just stayed on the front, winding it up and up. And the battle is between Katie and Annette Edmondson at the back now.
Oh, the crowd. Annette Edmondson just jinks up above red here. Katie Archibald will go through to a two-header with Kirsten Wild, and she's on the front. She's going to roll over the top of her. She's on the attack. The crowd absolutely love this. Edmondson's out, but Katie Archibald has said, oh, you know, all that energy I preserved, letting you guys take the wind. How about this for kicking up a storm? And Katie Archibald has gone. She's reacting to the crowd. She's got family here as well, and she's head of all that she surveys. This is magnificent. Kirsten Wild says there's nothing I've got left. Katie Archibald has it all for this. What a crowd pleaser.
What a win. She rode that brilliantly. We kept gasping a number of times, so it felt like she was leaving it close. Just seeing her parents there in the stands with that Team Archibald that flag, they'll be absolutely delighted tonight. She let Kirsten Wild do all that work on the front, lap after lap, she's leading it out. And look at the delight from everybody here. This is what they wanted. They wanted to see an Archibald win, and she has delivered when it mattered.